Jeff Bezos. All I gotta say is you got people all the way up. You got people all the way up. Yeah, baby, I'm sorry, but I quit. This is just not for me.
Went second day on Amazon, and she didn't even go to one stop. Not even one stop. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Is it really the fact that the job is that hard, or is it the fact that we got a lot of lazy ass people who don't want to work?
I'm done. I quit. I'm quitting with a Ford truck.
It's almost a conversation that she should have been having with HR about, yo, I'm giving y'all my 2 weeks notice, I'm about here, but she's giving it to the world, and she's like, yo, I'm quitting on the spot. That is not the way it works. Like, yo, you need to call the company and let them know that you're done, you're tired, you gotta make a move, and you gotta go. But no, I guess now in today's day and age, it is, I just go to the internet, I told the world, so if my boss, my company didn't see it, oh well.
Yeah, I can go to hell. I will not deliver another package for Amazon.
We got more chronicles from the Amazon drivers. Yo, this is gonna be good. I got 2 clips that I want to share from some Amazon drivers that are chucking the deuce. They done, they quitting. If you haven't seen the last video that I did talking about the Amazon drivers, check it out. It'll be a link at the end of this video. But let's get into it. Let's find out what their gripe is with Amazon.
So today, after almost 1 year at Amazon, I'm done. I fucking quit. I'm quitting with a Ford truck and shit. When I tell you, I mean this respectfully, Amazon, y'all are out y'all mind to think that people are going to be running anywhere from 190 to 200 and something stops. This is not packages. It could be anywhere from 300 to 400 packages a day for $20-25 an hour. And to get my check, I'm working 4 days a week, 10-hour shifts. It needs to be $1,100. Y'all can keep all of this. I will go back to doing hair full time before I let y'all play with me. Get on the road, and I'm going to cost y'all just as much money as y'all costed me. Because $1,100, not added up. I'm getting at home to my kids 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night. Leaving home at 9:30. I leave the house at 9:30. That's 11 hours away from my children to get an $1,100 check. Oh, and it's not weekly. It's bi-weekly. Before taxes, it was $1,300, $1,400. After $1,100, yeah, I can go to hell. I will not deliver another package for Amazon. Have a nice day delivering all these stops. Cause I won't.
Yo, she dead serious, man. She is dead serious. It ain't gonna be her. It ain't gonna be her. So y'all know me. You know me. Before we get into this, we gotta address what we looking at on the screen right here. What's the deal with the piercings? She got one in the top of her lip, one in the actual bottom lip, and one it look like in her chest. Like what? What's going on here? What's going on here? What's going on here? Why? But beyond that, let's get into it, right? So shout out to her. Way better job than the people in the previous video that I did on Amazon workers, right? She made it a year. But as you can see, it's demanding. The pay is not where it should be for the amount of work. Man, when you think about that, nearly 200 stops a day, that is OD. 10-hour shifts. Think about that, 10-hour shifts, multiple days a week, and only getting paid $1,100 every 2 weeks. Man, that is tough. But here's the thing. It's just like, how bad do you need the money? Because in some instances, people have to do what I always talk about, which is make a sacrifice. Make a sacrifice, make a sacrifice. I've been there where I've put in the work, went to a job that I couldn't stand, wasn't really making as much money as I could have or that I had in the past, but because it had to be done. It had to be done. And I give her credit. She did it for a year. This is the only thing that I can say. I really hope that she already had something else lined up before she made this decision. Because that's the thing. If you've been working this job for a year, you know what the pay is. You know how much of a grind it is. Start planning your exit before you chuck the deuce. This is something that is so vitally important, man. Just because a job is bad, you got to ask yourself, do I really just want to tell them deuces and get the heck up out of there. But then now you got to scramble and you got to pivot for what is going to be your next source of income? Or do you want to bear that burden, make that sacrifice for a month, a couple of months, 3 months until you can find a better opportunity and pivot out of it? And she said she was doing hair before. Like, my thing is, and maybe she's like, yo, I'm so tired that I can't even do the hair. But my thing is like, yo, if you were doing the hair and you were able to make money doing the hair, you gotta put yourself in a position where you say, okay, how much money was I making doing hair? Okay, it might have been less than this 1,100, but what amount of work would I have to do in order to make the $1,100 every 2 weeks doing the hair that I'm making here at Amazon? Like, to me, that's the mental math that you got to be doing in a situation like that. It's not so much that you mad about the $1,100 as much as you mad about the fact that you got to work this dang hard in order to make that $1,100. So that's when you look at the situation of another avenue that you had to make money, in her case, doing hair, and figure out, well, how many people that I got to do their hair in 2 weeks to be able to make $1,100? And then it's about brainstorming on figuring out how in the heck you can do that so that you can do that for a month, 2 months, 3 months at a time. And then you can say, yo, I can chuck the juice to Amazon and know that I've already supplemented that income before I chuck the deuce, right? So that part is really important. And it's so funny, man. I love it. You know, it gives me something to talk about. It gives us something to comment and engage about. But man, it's amazing to me how many people are, you know, going on to the internet to express their willingness to leave their job. Or I feel like this is almost a conversation that she should have been having with HR about, yo, I'm giving y'all my 2 weeks notice. I'm about here, but she's giving it to the world. And she's like, yo, I'm quitting on the spot. That is not the way it works. Like, yo, you need to call the company and let them know that you're done, you're tired, you got to make a move, and you got to go. But no, I guess now in today's day and age, it is, I just go to the internet, I told the world. So if my boss, my company didn't see it, oh well. And I feel like that is so financially irresponsible, but hey, it's the world that we live in. People are so interesting. But we got one more clip that we're going to dive into. So let's get into it.
Oh my God, y'all. I don't know who told me. I don't know what in my mind thought I was going to be able to be a motherfucking Amazon delivery driver. Bitch, I just had a whole mental breakdown. Girl, didn't even make one trip, bitch. Didn't even make one trip. Girl. And I literally just quit on the spot. Bitch, I drove that big ass truck back around and told them, like, yeah, baby, I'm sorry, but I quit. This is just not for me, bitch. Jeff Bezos, all I gotta say is you got people fucked all the way up. You got people all the way fucked up. Bitch, you only paying people $18.75 to drive a big ass truck with 1,000 packages on there in 100-degree heat, and it's like, oh, okay, you get 3 hours overtime pay. Bitch, you are crazy. Baby, for all the girlies that's on here, that's Amazon delivery drivers, y'all are some strong bitches, and I salute y'all, but bitch, I can't do it.
Wow. So y'all, you know me. We gotta always address the elephant in the room. Young lady, why is your mouth that filthy? Like, and she's talking to other women and just dropping B-bombs, 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 B, 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 B. Like, why? Why you gotta talk like that, right? Just gotta put that out there. If you got a problem with it, who cares? Get in the comments, let me know. I don't care. But yo, this is wild. So we had the other lady, she put a whole year in. This young lady quit second day on Amazon, and she didn't even go to one stop. Not even one stop. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Is it really the fact that the job is that hard, or is it the fact that we got a lot of lazy ass people who don't want to work, who are not willing to put in the sacrifice? You're not going to be, I would hope, doing that job for the rest of your life. But can you sacrifice for 3 months, for 6 months, for 9 months, for a year, doing some hard work to put yourself in a position to either take care of your responsibilities as an adult or to put yourself in a better financial position? Man, oh man, like, I don't get this. Is it this young generation that just feels like, yo, every job that they got to take, it got to be easy, it got to be comfortable, and it got to pay them a lot of money? Like, do you realize that that's just not the way the world works? That's just not the way the world works. Even jobs that look like they're so easy and people are making so much money, I promise you, they're putting in work in some form or fashion, or they put in work to be in that position. But are you willing to put in the work? That's the question. Like, didn't even attempt it. Now I get it, man. I would probably feel some type of way too if I took that job. I get on the truck and I know that there's 1,000 packages that I got to deliver and I don't even attempt it. That to me is wild because didn't you know what job you were applying for? Like, what did you think you were going to be doing? Like, you were going to be driving a big truck. You are going to be delivering a lot of packages. You're going to be doing it, guess what? Wherever you reside. And unfortunately, it will look like for her, she was making less money than the other woman. But maybe that has to do with the fact that the other woman worked for a year. Maybe she got some, what is it? Why's the word blanking out on me right now in this moment? She probably got like a raise or something. And maybe that's how she was able to move from the 18 to the 20 something. I don't know. But yeah, that's tough. But did you not read the description? Like, did you not read the job description to know what was going to be required of you? It sounds like she has some community of women that she know that does this job. Did you not take the time to ask them about the experience, how the job is before you went and applied for it so that you can now just chuck out the deuce and be done? So I find that to be really, really interesting how many people are, talking crap about the Amazon job. And as she said, Jeff Bezos, Jeff Bezos, y'all, not Bezos. Like she don't even know the name of the owner of the company that she works for, one of the biggest companies in the world, and she doesn't even know that's Jeff Bezos. But hey, what do you expect, man? Like it's so interesting. I think this younger generation, they're cooked, man. It's a blessing for them that we live in this digital age where there aren't as many of manual jobs. Because could you imagine if we just took Gen Z, put them in some time capsule and sent them back to the 1990s, even the early 2000s? Man, they would lose their minds. They wouldn't know what to do. They would crumble. I don't think that they ever, in many cases, have worked one hard day in their life. And this is something that, growing up in our generation, millennials like myself, Gen X, like, come on. We know what it means to put in the work. I don't know what's going on with this young generation, man. Like, y'all got it way easier than we had it. Y'all making some decent money. Yes, you're going to have to grind it out. But if you're willing to just do it for a period of time, not the rest of your life, just a period of time, you can get ahead financially, or it could put you in a position where you don't have to do that forever. That's my thoughts. Let me know what you're thinking is. Have you ever worked at Amazon? Am I totally missing the mark? Are these people right? Quitting on the second day, not even going and running the first shift? I want to know. What's your take on it? Definitely let me know your experiences if you worked at Amazon and I got this completely wrong. I'm open to admit that. I would love to hear from you. But before we go, there's a video on the screen, another financial breakdown, another good one. In fact, I'm going to make it the previous video that I did on Amazon drivers, man. Them chucking the deuce on the first day. If you want to see more of this, click the video on your screen. That's all I got for right now. I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, I'm Jay. Stay blessed.